Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Pena, and I am 20 years old. Before joining YearUp, I was working 80 hours a week with my internship and 2 part-time jobs, with no growth area, no career path, and no job security. Now, I am a full-time employee at Convenience Ask HR department, and I love the team that I work with. I'm doing work that I'm really good at, and I'm earning a paycheck that allows me to provide for my future. Today, I am grateful for the steadfast support our corporate partners have demonstrated, including their leaders and their team members with us today. Joe Almeida and Covidian, Peter Andrewski with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Rhode Island, Tib Babineau and Lifespan, President Paxson and Brown University, and Bill Hadfield and Bank of America. We also welcome Ted Fisher of Connect EDU, Sally Lapides of Residential Properties, Tim Heber of Atrion, Stephen Lane of Zion Medica, and Father Shanley of Providence College. We're also thankful for this morning's sponsors: educational sponsor, Bank of America; platinum sponsors, G-Tech, Covidian, and Hasbro; gold sponsors, CVS Caremark and Stop and Shop; table sponsors, AAA, Lifespan, and Navigant Credit Union, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. 2 months ago, I was at the home of my YearUp's board members, my mentor and my role model, Barbara Goldner. Barbara and her husband, Brian Goldner, CEO of Hasbro, hosted a dinner to support YearUp's expansion. Barbara, I am so thankful for the critical support and love you have for me. That night, I got to thank Kirsten and Joe Almeida, CEO of Covidian, for the opportunity to let me intern at their company. Kirsten, I am so happy that you were able to make it, and Joe, I cannot wait to get back to work tomorrow.
Thank you, Crystal. You killed it, girl.
I missed
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Marek Ponpon, and I'm 22 years old. As many of you know, the opportunity divide continues to grow in Rhode Island. There are more than 1,500 18 to 24-year-olds in this state, and if given the opportunity, would be able to demonstrate the ability and talent to change their futures. Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, "A journey of 1,000 miles starts with just a single step." Before beginning YearUp, I lived a day-to-day, hand-to-mouth existence, unsure of how I would provide for my young daughter, Kasia. I took home a paycheck making minimum wage at a dead-end job building lighting fixtures, but I knew I was capable of more. I just wasn't sure how. YearUp was the how, and it has changed my life. My advisor, Megan, has been relentless in her coaching and unwavering support on me. My mentor, Gary, has taught me so much on how to climb the corporate ladder and has made me believe that I too belong on that ladder with everyone else. My experience with CVS has introduced me to the professional world I never knew existed. With the education, experience, and skills I've acquired through YearUp, I am now prepared to join one of your companies. And yes, I am actively looking for an opportunity. And if given the opportunity, I will work hard and make your company better. On each of your tables is a copy of my resume, and I am ready for an interview as soon as I get off this stage.
I am now happy to introduce the woman I looked up to since I began my own YearUp. She has been mine, Eric's, and Monique Johnson's advisor. You inspire us so much, Megan. You all know her as the YearUp's fearless leader, and she is fierce. Please, everyone, help me welcome Megan Hughes, Executive Director of YearUp Providence, to the stage.
Winged it. Yeah, we winged it. My girl right there.
Give her a hug. Give her a hug.
Wow. Thank you, Crystal and Eric. I have loved having you as my advisees along with Monique. There's Monique. I know just what it took for the three of you to arrive at Covidien, CVS, and Lifespan every morning ready to work, and I'm grateful for your strong work ethic and commitment to your own advancement. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate Class 16. Our graduates have worked tirelessly to reach this room, and this ceremony is only the beginning. By tomorrow, 1/3 of them will be headed to their new full-time jobs with our corporate partners around the state. I want to share what my advisee and graduate, Monique Johnson, said to me last week after learning she was officially hired by Lifespan. I asked her how she was feeling, and she replied, "I'm earning more money than I've ever earned in my life. I have benefits, including health insurance, a 403B plan, I don't even know what that is, a pension, and vacation. There's so much more to Lifespan than just the awesome job." And she said all of this with a gigantic smile on her face. YearUp exists to provide companies like Lifespan with talent like Monique, and we exist to provide young adults like our graduates today with the opportunity to realize their full potential. In addition to the 1/3 of this class who is already employed, we have another 20%, Eric is one of them, with possible job offers in play. So by the time this graduation finishes, we should be reaching a 50% higher or full-time college placement rate. We give our graduates and ourselves 4 months to see at least 85% of them working full-time or in college. And our 4 most recent classes celebrate positive outcomes of 91, 96, 93, and 93% respectively. I'm confident that this class, Class 16, will claim similar success. So Class 16 in this big room, please stand up and be recognized. Welcome to your families, your friends, your mentors, and your supervisors. This day is to celebrate you. Class 16, from the moment you all walked through our doors, you impressed our team with your leadership, your focus, your ambition, and your intelligence. And you've all delivered on that potential, successfully completing a year's worth of college and working incredibly hard at your internships. In addition to your CCRI credits, many of you earned tech certifications like the I don't know what these actually are, the A+ and the HDI. You also moved with us from our old space at 10 Dorrance Street to our absolutely stunning new space at 40 Fountain. You launched our inaugural State House Day, where you met with our legislators, including the Senate President and the House Speaker. You executed the first annual Women's Leadership Panel at YearUp Providence. You built your professional skills by attending a resume workshop hosted by Bank of America, a career readiness seminar with Embrace Home Loans, and a networking event with Colette Vacations. You earned a financial management certification through the Rhode Island Student Loan Authority, donated blood through the Rhode Island Food Bank or Blood Bank, and went to listen to the Dalai Lama. Class 16. Your voices and your professionalism are helping to change perceptions of where corporate talent can be found. It is found. It's found right here. It's found in your neighborhoods, and it's found at YearUp. Over the last year, members of your class met with Rhode Island's business leaders and made the case for YearUp Providence to expand. Thanks to your leadership in those meetings and your internship performance, our site not only doubled our internship seats for the class that just follows you, we did it first. We did it first in the country. Thank you. I like to be first. Your colleagues in Class 17 who join us today began their internships on Monday, having completed the first half of our program with an astounding 95% retention, and that is the best of any site nationally. reference it today at Class 16's graduation because what we've learned is that a key driver of that success, that willingness to believe that they can actually make that gigantic step forward into corporate America is due to you, Class 16, because they have watched you do it before them. On behalf of your colleagues from Class 16, we thank you. Thanks to this graduating class, we secured critical funding from places like Bank of America, the Rhode Island Foundation, Nellie Mae, the Randley Foundation, and the Apple Pickers Foundation. Class 17, you helped us with all of these things while running forward with your very full lives. You took care of your families, and you worked multiple jobs while also attending YearUp full-time. Some of you battled health challenges and money worries. All of you have demonstrated courage, determination, and motivation, what we at YearUp call grit. And now to our board. I want to recognize our board, and I want to say thank you. Our board knows, like nobody else, the potential of our young adults, and they work tirelessly to support YearUp's success. Our board understands from their own family's experiences that a parent's finish line is the child's starting line. Our board believes it is part of their charge to ensure that our graduates will be parents and community leaders who will move that finish line forward so that their own children have a strong starting line. I think now of our board member, Oneida Escobar, a Covidian team lead, IT specialist, and YearUp alum, who once said of her parents, "My parents supported me, they just couldn't help me." As Oneida explains, YearUp played the role of creating a better starting line than her own parents were able to draw for her. And I think, too, of Tessa Wrong, a graduate today who delivered a beautiful baby girl, Mackenzie, a couple of months ago, and has just returned to Gilbane from maternity leave. Our board knows well that Mackenzie's future, this newborn starting line, is a whole lot more promising because she has a talented, smart mother who is a YearUp graduate. What I love about our board is its appetite for relentlessly working to ensure all YearUp young adults have opportunity like Tessa. I want to especially thank Ted Fisher, my dear friend and YearUp board chair, who takes every call, answers every email and text, and uses his considerable skills of persuasion to help advance our mission with just about everybody in Rhode Island. Thank you, Ted. This is always one of my favorite parts of the morning. Can I ask every member of the YearUp Providence team, including all of our fantastic volunteer interns, to stand? Thank you. When I think of you, this group, I think of President Obama's remarks after the Trayvon Martin verdict. When I heard the president speak, I thought of YearUp, and I felt better. This passage especially. Obama said, "We need to spend some time thinking about how we reinforce our African American boys. And is there more that we can do to give them the sense that their country cares about them and values them and is willing to invest in them?" There are a lot of good programs that are being done across the country on this front that can help us figure out how we can do a better job helping young African American men feel that they are a full part of this society and that pathways and avenues to succeed are there for him. So this team, that's what you do every day, those three verbs. You care, you value, and you invest. You make every young adult believe that he or she has a way forward, and every one of our young men and women has both a gift to offer and a responsibility to share in order for this country to move forward. President Obama visited our site in DC, and he surely was thinking of YearUp when he made his remarks 16 days ago. To this team, I thank you for creating a program in Rhode Island that maps the way forward for our graduates. Can I ask that everyone join me in applauding? So I want to very briefly share what today represents for YearUp. We now operate in 11 cities across our country, from San Francisco to Miami to New York City. And later this year, we launched Philadelphia. By 2016, we will have served 10,000 young adults. Today, YearUp Providence has 388 graduates, and with our expansion, that number will grow quickly. We are driven to close the opportunity divide in this country, and I believe that with the help of everyone in this room, we will. It is now my very great pleasure to introduce one of today's graduates, our class speaker, Nancy Morales. As you will very quickly learn, Nancy is a most extraordinary person. What I imagine would happen if Margaret Thatcher and Mary Poppins were put in a blender. She can tell you her story herself. I will simply say it has been one of the great pleasures of my time at YearUp to watch this young woman grow. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Morales.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nancy Morales, and I am honored to represent Class 16 as this morning's graduation speaker. I would like to start off with some audience participation. I would like to ask everybody here to raise your hand if you visit the YearUp site at Dorrance Street, where it used to be located. And how many of you saw the building clean? Raise your hand if you did. Thank you. That makes me really proud because I was part of the cleaning crew for that company. I spent 5 years working for the same company, cleaning every day, living check by check every week. When cleaning, I used to dream of me being capable to speaking English in front of people without fearing that they were going to laugh about me because of my accent. I also dreamed of me becoming a famous actress and to feel important. And my other dream was to be able to finish college so I can stop living check by check. Unfortunately, my dream was too far from reality, and my reality was cleaning bathrooms for a living. So I started speaking English. Everything I did was to use my physical strength to clean. My misery changed last year when on a particular night I was cleaning. I remember it was late at night, and a lady saw me. She didn't say much, just a good night, which I say good night. Later that week, she saw me again in the lobby, where she came to me and introduced herself. To me, that was like a wow moment. That was my very, very first time that somebody actually approached me to say, "Hi, my name is Jackie Henry, and I work for YearUp." When she mentioned the name YearUp, to me, it didn't make any sense. So I translated to Spanish and made less sense. She took me to the 11th floor, where I met more people from YearUp. I remember how nice and happy they were, and they explained it to me what YearUp was about. And I promised myself that if I got accepted into the program, I was going to perform to my best, because my mother told me to never let people down. When I grew up, I was faced with my greatest fears, which was public speaking. Jackie, the first person who introduced me to YearUp, made me present a speech in front of my classmates. Everything I did was cry. I practiced and practiced, and I got through the test. I was put more and more to face my fear by getting voluntold to speak in front of people who visit YearUp. I was soon asked to represent YearUp with the leader at Embrace Home Loans, Noise Cork. My colleagues and I did a great job because Noise Cork, who is the president of Embrace, not only gave us internship seats, but he and his colleagues volunteered to become mentors. Then, a crazy snowball effect began to happen. I was selected to talk to leaders from Amica, Alex and Annie, CARE New England, the Rhode Island Department of Education, and I think you got the point. As you hear, my other dream to become famous, at YearUp, it was kind of impossible because, as you know, YearUp is not a theater school. But YearUp is so good that they made my dream come true. They selected me to appear in the YearUp commercial, which was launched on the Telemundo channel. I am so famous today that people stop me in the street and they ask me, hey, are you the girl from the commercial? And I am very proud to say, yes, I am the girl. I am so happy to know that my dreams are coming true. And as I was growing beyond my obstacles, YearUp recognized my talents, and I was placed at Lifespan Corporate Service, where I met incredible people, and that is such a blessing for me, because I work for Cindy Wilmot, Terry Pereira, Joanne, Eva, and they were not only my supervisors, but they became my mentors, my support system, and today they are my friends. I also work for the Senior Vice President at Human Resources, Mr. Brandon Melton, who is always pushing me to meet more and more people. Thanks to him, I came across many leaders from our community. When I found out that I was going to Lifespan, I set a goal for myself, which was to arrive early every day, so I can be at least the second person in the office. I will be at Coro Building by 8 a.m., supporting 6 people where I used to use my organization skills. Then I will leave the building by 5 p.m., getting to the old YearUp building at 5:30 and clean for the next 4 hours. Getting home by 10 p.m., just to do it all over again every day. As I clean, I thought about YearUp and YearUp colleagues and my friends and all the people I got to meet through YearUp. I mentioned earlier that I wish to feel important because I felt invisible. Yes, I am important, and today people ask me for my opinion, and I get invited to important events such as the CEO dinner at Mr. Golder's house, where I met Tim Avenue, CEO Lifespan, and my leader, Joel Media, CEO of Covidian, Larry Merlo, CEO CVS. Never in my life have imagined that I was that important. That was the best evening ever in my life. My colleagues inspire me, especially the parents, like Odell, Lena, Eric, Ariana, and Portia, because they demonstrated they have the grit to get through whatever they say that we're going to do, and they got through YearUp, and today they are here graduating with me. My final dream that I shared with you was to be able to finish college so I can feel stable and secure that I have a job. YearUp gave me the skills and the tools to achieve and to feel secure. Today, I feel awesome because thanks to YearUp, I'm going to be attaining my associate's degree from CCRI in a couple of months, and hopefully, a job in human resources. Before attending YearUp, I was just the cleaning person, just a dreamer. Today, I'm more than that. Today, as I stand in front of you, you can see that my fear of public speaking is no longer affecting me, and that I am capable to do an excellent job. I hope to be an employee from one of your companies anytime soon. And thank you to my YearUp. To Class 17, please stay strong because this is only the beginning for a new and better life, like for me. To my Class 16, thank you very much for your support, and to YearUp, muchas gracias. Thank you.
Nancy, that was amazing and inspiring. It's awesome. Good morning. My name is Kathy Doyle, and I am the Director of Corporate Partnerships at YearUp Providence. It's my honor and my privilege to kick off this morning our Outstanding Supporter Awards. This first award is a new award, and it goes to a new corporate partner. The 0 to 80 award recognizes a corporate partner who only was recently introduced to YearUp, and yet found every way possible to collaborate, to commit, and to support our mission and our young adults and our program. We've only met them 7 months ago, but right away they agreed to host 5 interns on their very first cycle. As we all know, given the expansion that Providence is realizing, the timing could not have been better. Additionally, this partner's president and 4 of their vice presidents signed on as mentors and mentored our young adults. They invited us to their campus and to their events. They also talked to us and helped us. They recognized us, and they made sponsorship donations. Very simply said, they embraced us. I'd like to call Jessica, Will, and Cansada to the stage to help me present this award. When Megan and I last visited their campus, we were very impressed by their culture of employee recognition. So impressed, in fact, that Megan wanted to adopt it as a best practice in Providence. So Kurt, Megan presented me this baton about a month ago because we were the first site in the country to close our internship seats, thanks to all of you. It's my honor and my pleasure to pass this baton back to you. So on behalf of Jessica, Will, Cansada, and the 6 new interns who started their Embrace journeys on Monday, we want to express our sincere gratitude, our appreciation, and we want to present Embrace Home Loans and you, Kurt Norris, and your team, the 0 to 80 Award. Thank you. Come on up. Thank you so much. And now I get the chance to speak about a very outstanding group of individuals, our YearUp supervisors. So if you are the supervisor of a Class 16 intern, can you please stand up? Stand up, up. All right. Okay, please stay standing. Please stand standing, okay? If you've ever supervised a YearUp intern, if you're currently supervising one or have any time in your past, please also stand up. Everybody up. Okay. Great. So supervisors, you're on the ground with our young adults every single day. You manage, you mentor, you guide, you coach, and you care. And because of your dedication and commitment, our young adults have a stronger foothold to a brighter professional future. And we sincerely thank you. So now, as you can see, we had a room full of people standing. We have so many professionals who are dedicated to our students, and we couldn't be more grateful. But now we're going to talk about one outstanding person. So this person wasn't going to come to graduation. I don't think she ever has. But how we got her here was we told her that one of her interns was presenting today, which is the truth, but that made all the difference in her being with us. Before I present this award, I would like to invite that intern and her two other interns to the stage to join me. Oleg, Josh, and Daniel, can you please join me on the stage? So over the past few years at Fidelity, she's guided 24 interns with passion and with care. When I asked what makes her so special, her intern said, she authentically cares about us, both personally and professionally. She's a humble teacher and guide, and she sets high expectations, but she gives high support. Sounds just like the YearUp mission to me. At YearUp, we know that she's a champion and an advocate, and always has been. And her interns have gone on to be employed at Fidelity from places from Boston all the way to North Carolina. She also helps her interns pursue opportunities across other corporate partners such as Covidien, CVS, and Bank of America. It's my honor, on behalf of all of us, to present Carrie Brockmiller with the Supervisor of the Year Award. Carrie?
Thank you, everybody. Oh, let me. Come on, Kathy. Oh, looks like you like me.
Good morning. My name is John Maayut, and I am the Student Services Director. At YearUp, or specifically, I'm here today to pretty much acknowledge our community, to hand out our Community Partner Award. So at YearUp, we are fortunate to partner with dozens of community organizations and resources in the effort to support our young adults through challenges they may face. One resource that YearUp students demonstrate a need for is access to professional attire. StyleUp has been with YearUp Providence satisfied this need for the last 5 cohorts of students. In fact, it's been joked that StyleUp exists to support YearUp. StyleUp helps urban young adults enter the workforce by providing professional business attire and coaching. Because of Style Up, members of our younger class, Class 17, are prepared to begin their internships this week, and our soon-to-be graduates have some go-to outfits in their closet that they can wear for their interviews or their first day at the job. Style Up and YearUp Providence recently organized a networking event at Edwards and Wildman, the downtown law firm that is home to Style Up organization. It was a tremendous sight to see our students enter the boardroom of the firm and leave with a shopping bag full of clothes that they are able to wear the next day. The evening was a new format, but it was a huge success, and literally hundreds of articles of clothing leaving our young adults. Lawyers and firm staff provided refreshments and goodie bags and meaningful conversations and professional attire. We have had Edwards and Wildman attorneys Heather Pierce, who started Style Up organization in Rhode Island, and Menzie Golden serve as mentors, and it's normal to receive a package from Kevin Gallagher with brand new shirts and a handwritten note saying, I hope someone who is 14 and a half to 15 and a half can use this. We are grateful to Edwards and Wildman for housing and supporting its employees in their effort to make a difference in our community. At this moment, it is my honor to invite to the stage Kevin Gallagher, Menzie Golden, and Heather Pierce, board members from Style Up and attorneys from Edward Wildman, to accept our Community Partner Award of the Year. We are truly thankful for all that you've done.
Good morning. My name is Joshua Luna, and I'm a member of Class 16. I would like to welcome our fellow guests, staff members, and colleagues to today's ceremony. As you all may know, it has been a long journey for all of us today. However, today I not only get to celebrate my growth and success, but I also get to publicly acknowledge and honor the one man who played one of the biggest roles in me making it here today. It felt like just yesterday I was walking into my first networking event. I was scared and nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I was surrounded by corporate professionals when my attention was captured by one man who seemed laid back, cool, calm, and controlled. His presence gave me the confidence to emerge out of my shell and just introduce myself and let him know why I was there. Before I knew it, we were immersed in conversation. I was telling him about my experience with YearUp, and he was telling me about his recent move to Providence. Little did I know how meaningful this relationship was going to be to me. A few months later, I remember it was the day that Bobby announced mentors. I was nervous because I didn't know who I was going to be paired with. Would this person understand me? Would he or she be as cool and maybe as smooth as I was? Would I even like them? You could only imagine the surprise when I heard the name Robert Casagran, Vice President and CIO of Nortec, my mentor. This was the same guy that just because of his presence allowed me to make the connection. Needless to say, I was excited and relieved. Rob, you have been my mentor, my support system, and most importantly, my friend. Not only did you meet the expectations of being my mentor, but you have become family. When it comes to family, my son Aiden means everything to me. One challenge I faced in making it here today was balancing my personal and my professional life. There were times when I thought I couldn't do both. However, just when I thought I was gonna lose both, Rob, you encouraged me to continue fighting and to do the best for my family. Watching you provide and interact with your family pushed me to do the best for mine. From then, I knew I needed to do good on my internship. My son needed a man who would be there to provide for him. Today, I am graduating from YearUp, focused on providing for my family, just as you do for yours. I will always remember the day you welcomed me into your home. You treated me as if I belonged there. I will never forget the image of you with my son, showing care for him, giving him a tour of your home, from the picture of him on your refrigerator to you taking him in and out of the swimming pool. I will never forget the day that you did that. Rob, I told you were number one. Today I want to make it official. At this time, can you please join me in welcoming Rob Casagrande, my mentor, to the stage.
Now, can I talk for a minute and tell my side of the story? So I was new to the area, and actually Joshua has been a fantastic mentor for me. But I got to tell you one funny story, because I told him that I was nervous coming to Providence, and he said, I felt the same way when I came. And it took a little while for us to talk through this and realize that he was talking about moving from New York to a small city, and I was talking about moving from a small town in Connecticut to a big city of Providence. So I got to say, Josh, it's been great. You've mentored me as well through this, and thank you very much. I'm humbled. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Pick my side of the podium here. Good morning, everyone. I'm Bobby Gondola, the Director of Development here at YearUp, and I'm humbled to oversee our mentoring program. Our mentors truly inspire me and our team, and okay, I'm hoping I'm gonna get through this right now. You guys really inspire us, and I am proud to tell you that 100% of the mentors who served as mentors for this class, Class 16, are here in this room today. That's incredible. Because we're so proud of the good work that you've done, I'm going to ask each of the mentors in the room to please now stand, because you must be recognized. Come on, guys, stand up. It's your support of our young adults that models mentorship across the YearUp organization. And our graduates have made it here today because you've stood by their sides. So we do thank you. As Rob was so beautifully nominated by Joshua, I wanted to make sure that we highlighted others in the room. And as I prepared for today, and I looked at that list yesterday, I had a really hard time singling out any particular mentor in your cohort to say a few things about today. Because as a whole, this was the strongest, most committed group of mentors that we've ever had. And so I want you just to know this. You know who you are, you know what you've done, and you have made a difference. So thank you. And now I get to present the first class award. These are elected by the students and staff, so the students of the graduating class and the full YearUp team. And the first award is the Leadership Award. The winner of the Leadership Award once quoted the architect Lois Kahn, saying, "Even a brick wants to be something. Just look at a cathedral." He taught us that no matter the size of a roadblock, Megan, I always cry. These guys know I love them. All right. He taught us that no matter the size of a roadblock in front of you, you can break through it with grit, I'm going to skip that, focus, and a will to come out on top. I always yell at the students to not cry at graduation, and of course it is me. And we have 400 people here today now. This is unbelievable. Really, the next graduation is going to have to be at the convention center. All right. So, this young man was an influential leader in our community. He played a huge part in meeting with new potential internship seats, investors, and namely mentors, including Rob Noller, who's the head of his company and sitting here today celebrating his graduation, but also serves as a mentor for a student in the younger class. He's raised the expectations of his internship supervisors and YearUp by never missing a day and earning perfect contract points. He is popularly known across Swarovski as the guy with the tie. On a recent visit to his internship, I joined him on a tour of the building, and as we walked around down the hallways, every single person who we passed greeted him with a smile and a "Hi, Kenny." Well, he's the newest full-time hire at Swarovski, and so we can all smile too. So Kenny Garcia, please join me on stage. You're winning today's Leadership Award.
Good morning to you all. My name is Lucia, and I am the admissions coordinator at YearUp, and today I will be presenting the Excellence Award. I texted my advisees yesterday, and I said, I promise you guys I will cry, so I feel like it's coming, just giving you guys all the heads up. This year's Excellence Award winner was also elected to be Class 16's class champion. They will serve on the alumni board, and they are someone who truly embodies what it means to be excellent at everything that you do. To give you all an idea of what excellence looks like, in the past year, this award winner has never earned an infraction, has had perfect attendance over the past year while holding a full-time job, earned half of his A+ certification, created a database for his internship, saving them time and money, and most importantly, was recently hired by his internship, Providence Equity Partners. He has even facilitated the donation of computers, printers, and copiers from Providence Equity to YearUp, and has recruited mentors and volunteers from his company. It is my honor to welcome my advisee, Alba Morel, on stage to receive this year's Excellence Award.
Good morning. My name is Ted Fisher, and I'm honored to be here today as the chairman of the board of YearUp Providence. I think that Bobby and Megan have figured out that the later they can put me in the program, the less I have to say. Because I think what you've seen so far speaks for itself. And my job today is just to say a couple things. First of all, thank you. I look out in this room, and Bobby's right. We go from our last single learning community graduation to our next graduation, which will have double the number of young adults graduating. And I'm thinking, where in Rhode Island are we going to have this? What a great problem to have. I was speaking with one of my fellow board members earlier, and he said, geez, I came to this 4 years ago, and I think it was about half this size. And it really is a tribute to all of you. It takes an unbelievable team at YearUp led by the force of nature, Megan Hughes. And when she talks about those text messages and emails and phone calls that I take, she doesn't tell you there's dozens per day. So I've just learned to say yes. It makes me a very effective board chair. And I do want to recognize incredible corporate partners. I want to recognize incredible supervisors and encourage everyone in this room. There's a card on your table that says, how do you want to get involved? And the top box says mentor. And I can tell you, I couldn't sleep last night, which I would think I would be getting better at this than worse, but I was so excited for this day. It truly is my favorite day of the year, followed by the next graduation, two favorite days of the year. But I'm so excited to be here today. And mentoring, of all the things that I've done, I've been one of the founding board members. I've been to all 16 graduations. Mentoring is the most impactful thing in my life. Under the guise of me giving back, I get 10 times more than I could ever ask for. And I've learned so much from these young adults. So where's class 16 out there? Are they still here? Yeah. So this is a special class. I got a chance to do quite a few things with this class. I've spoken to them a few times. I get to meet them early. I get to see, sort of their progress. And what happens in this year is something that can only be described by what you've seen here today. And to be a mentor, you get to experience that throughout the year. And as our recognized mentors here, you get to see what happens if you invest a little, you get out a ton. But I've also got invited to the talent show for this class. And let me tell you, not only do they have some corporate skills, they can bust some moves. There's some singers in the group, and incredibly talented group. So Bobby's now giving me the hook. I can feel it from over there. I don't even need to look at him. I'm going to point out one more thing on your tables, which is this book of resumes. One of the folks at the table that I'm sitting at just leaned over to me and said, this is an incredible class organization. And I will tell you that is done because of an incredible team of folks that Megan recognized and her leadership, an incredible board of passionate folks that I'm so honored to serve with. And most importantly, our young adults, our alumni. The reason that we're doubling in size, class 16, is because your legacy will be the last single learning community graduates that allowed us to go out to our corporate partners and say, what can we do? They said, we need more. We need more of these young adults, trained, educated, and ready for the workforce the way these folks are. And I lastly would like to say, as Nancy pointed out, they graduate this class with 1 year towards their associate's degree. I'm looking at my friend Ron Schertz out here from CCRI, one of the most amazing partners that we have. Their dedication, Ray DiPasquale, their loyalty to what we do here, and their willingness to be part of it and put the student first is what we strive to do, and I want to thank you very much. I'm going to call my friend George up here. I'm going to ask my fellow board members to line up to my left as we go through this, but these are the resumes of the folks that you want working for your companies, and I just want to thank you all. I really appreciate you being here today.
Thanks, Ted, and good morning, everybody. As he said, my name is George Nipple, and I'm the Program and Academic Director here at YearUp Providence, and it's my pleasure to announce the names of the YearUp graduates. And before I do that, we see some folks moving, so if you're in class 16, if you can be over on this side, if you work with me at YearUp, if you can be over here with the Board of Directors. There's a lot of hands to shake today, folks, and I'm really looking forward to it. Class 16. We always have great classes, and the thing that I can say that I really am so proud of saying to this group is that you guys were a great class, and you're also a group of great people. And I'm going to miss having you around. So today's a big day, it's an exciting day, and congratulations to you all. Today, you're not only receiving the YearUp diplomas, you're also receiving citations from Governor Chafee, Congressman Cicilline, Congressman Langevin, Senator Reid, Senator Whitehouse, Speaker Fox, and Providence Mayor Angel Tavares. It's a pretty good portfolio you guys are walking out of here with. Congrats. So are you guys ready? Ready. They look ready. I say we just get to this, and I'm going to start off by asking Davia Costa to join me on stage. Jules Alcide. Catherine Aliso. Aaron Amaro. Molina Che. Michael Clark. Kansada Duong. Stephen Fleury. Stephen Footman. Big Stephen Footman fan club, I like it. Randy Galloway. Kenneth Garcia. Rosa Herrera. Monique Johnson. Angelia Kumsumfu. Kevi Kittereth. Odell Laura. Joshua Luna. Oleg Manuksa. Brian Mello. Makthra Men. Nancy Morales. Albert Morel. Damian Nance. Jessica Nunez. Crystal Pena. Eric Ponpan. Portia Reed. You like that? Yeah, awesome. Contessa Wrong. Daniel Tavares. Asia Taylor. Ariana Travers. And William Urizar. Please join me in congratulating all of today's graduates. Yeah, because then are you going to say who you are? Yeah. But you say who you are? I got to tell them to come back. I actually think we're good. I now ask the YearUp alumni, Oneida Escobar and Terry Che, to join me on stage, as well as all of Class 16 for closing remarks.
So you go first and then me? Yes. Thanks for bringing this. You want to start? That's fine. I think we can start.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Terry Che, and I am a Class 15 graduate, and I'm currently working at CVS Caremark as an employee relations specialist. Just 6 months ago, I was graduating from YearUp, and throughout this time, I've been pushing myself as a young professional, growing on the human resources team at CVS. To Class 17, who currently started their internships this week, never see yourself as just an intern. You are a member of your company. No matter the challenges or obstacles you face, you all have the strength and willpower to prove to our corporate partners that you are all valuable assets to Rhode Island's workforce. Remember, only you will define your own success.
My name is Oneida, and I'm a Class 10 graduate of YearUp, a board member, and a lead at the Corporate Service Desk at Covidian. As we conclude this morning, we have Class 10-16 behind us around the podium to take the YearUp Alumni Oath. You will join 400 alumni who are actively contributing to our corporate partners and companies, and continuing with their education and remain connected to YearUp through Alumni Association. Please repeat after me. I pledge that as an alumni of YearUp Providence, I will continue to support and uphold YearUp's missions and core values. I will pursue success and realize my potential. I will challenge myself and my fellow alumni to strive for excellence and achieve all personal and professional goals. I will volunteer my service to expand YearUp's impact and commit to closing the opportunity divide and be a lifelong representative of YearUp.
Thank you all for joining us with Class 16 graduates today. We look forward to seeing everyone here on January 29th for Class 17's graduation. Everyone, please put your hands together to celebrate our newest YearUp graduates. Did we get off now?
Yeah. Okay.